Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Skierniewice in Poland for the final day of the European Classic Powerlifting Championships. What a 9 days we've had so far. In the breakfast room this morning, everyone was talking about that wonderful 105 class last night. If you haven't seen it, you really must go on the Euro Powerlifting YouTube channel and watch it unfold. But this morning we have the final B groups of the week. We have two back-to-back flights. One is it's in effect a C class of the under 120s. We've had so many entries. Then the B class of the 120 plus, and then that will go back to back with the B class of the under 120s. If that all seems a little bit confusing, fear not, everything will make sense as the morning unfolds. And the clock is ticking down towards zero, and we are getting ready to go, and the first lifter out has 235 kilos on the bar, and it's Achanal from Turkey, and he is in the under 120 class. The graphic you see on your screen, the top left hand corner, will always show the weight class if I ever forget to say which one it's in, because in this first flight we will be jumping between the two classes. So this is Achanal, Alassane Achanal, to get the final day of lifting underway. And that's three wide lights and a good lift. Now Torben Strømsvik from Norway is next out on the bar, 250 kilos. And he is in the under 120s as well. Just gets his belt adjusted. And of course, the taller the lifters, the higher the racks go, and the more work there is for this fantastic platform crew to lift these big red 25 kilo plates higher and higher onto the bar. So this is Strømsvik. That looks good. And we just wait for the board. And they're showing paddles. And it's three whites. No, Carlos Castillo San Segundo. (262.5 kilos on the bar, and he is in the 120 plus class. Oh, that looks good. And three white lights. Now we move back to the under 120s. And next up is Vladislav Zuk from Poland. weighing in it well. His weight is 119.99 kilos. I guess you could say he just made the weight. Oh, that's lovely and deep. Struggles a bit bringing it up, but it should be good.
Let's see what the decision. It was good deep. Congratulations.
And 3 white lights.
White was answered the badges for Daniel Pola from Switzerland. Next, Daniel White and Gregor Klas.
And next we've got Daniel Pola from Switzerland, 275 kilos.
What is loaded for you, Daniel? Daniel Pola from Switzerland. 275 kilograms of bar. Daniel has 5 years old and he's competing for 2 years. Come on, Daniel, come on.
He takes the bar. I think he hit the rack there on the right hand side. Oh, that's lovely and deep. Brought it up well. And I think we're going to go to paddles again. And it is 3 whites. Now Tadej Kovacic from Slovenia. Tadej, I think it's pronounced. Kovacic. He is in the under 120s as well. The last in the under 120s in the first round. He's taking 277.5. And I see 2 lifters, both weigh 119.16 kilos. And that came up really strong. And again, it's 3 whites. Now, Gregor Klas from Poland, and he is in the 120 plus, as are the last 4 lifters in the first round, and he's opening on 280 kilos. Very slow, deliberate, look good. And again, it's paddles, 3 whites. And now we've got Łukasz Nizio from Poland, also on 280 kilos. It's a popular opener. 3 of the 5 lifters in the 120 plus group, all opening on 280. Looks good. And the lights are back working, and that's 3 white lights. And still on 280 kilos, we've got Silviu Popsa from Romania.
Baddest loaded. Silviu Popsa from Romania.
PB 270, so he's actually opening 10 kilos over his personal best. Oh, that was very fast. Came up very powerfully. 3 white lights once again. And finally in the round, Gesas from Lithuania, Tadas Gesas. And he is taking 297.5 kilos.
Baddest loaded for you. Mekas Tadas from Lithuania. And only baddest becoming 97.5 kilograms on the bar. Mekas is 45 years old and he's competing for 15 years.
That looked good as well. It's a good lift, 2-1. Center referee called it on depth. Both the side referees said it was good. And at the end of the first round, we have a solid column of green. Everyone moves forward in the competition. You can see Kovacic is the best in the under 120s, and Gesas the best in the 120 plus after one round. Now, Akanel from Turkey in the second round. Well, he opened 5 kilos above his PB, which was 230 coming in, and this is adding another 10 to take it up to 245 kilos. And 3 white lights. Now Stromsvik from Norway. 265 kilos on the bar, which will equal his personal best. And that's good, 3 white lights. Now Vladislav Zuk from Poland next, taking another 7.5 kilos, going up to 277.5. First 2 lifters were in the under 120 class, as is Zuk. Oh, that looks good. Oh, what a battle. Oh, I thought he'd gone for a moment. And he gets 3 white lights. Great fight. Watch again. Starts up strongly, just hits a wall, and you think he's going to go back down there, but no, he fights and fights, and that's a great lift. Now we move to the 120 plus for Castillo San Segundo. He's going 285. His PB is 300. Now we wait for the referees. And no, it's 2-1, no lift. I rather worried that there wasn't enough depth. Just watch the replay, and that's the first no lift of the session so far. Yeah, just a little bit high. And we go back to the under 120s for Daniel Pola from Switzerland. Oh, he fights that up well. And 3 white lights. And we move to Kovacic, who has taken a 15 kilo jump to 292.5. His PB is 303, which we presume either is or was a Slovenian record when he achieved it. Been coached this morning by Urban Moore. Oh, that's a great lift. Three white lights. Now Gregor Sklarz from Poland, 295 kilos. The biggest lifter here today so far, certainly in this session, 147.63 kilos. Last 4 out, all in the over 120s. Very deliberate on the way down and very deliberate on the way back up. And the referees say it is good. 3 white lights. And next we have Łukasz Nizio from Poland. 300 kilos for the next two lifters. Nizio first on lot. Looks good. And it is, but 2-1. Referee on the far side called it on depth. So difficult to see, black on black. Now Silviu Popsa from Romania also on 300 kilos. And our Polish speaker this morning, Gregor Znocek, doing a great job speaking in English and Polish. So this is still 300. Remember, his PB was 270. He beat it with his opener. This is for a 30 kilo increase on his incoming PB. Oh, that was better than the first one. That was so good, even the TV crew nodded their approval. 3 white lights. And one more. And it's Gesas from Lithuania. And he will go 310 to get within 5 kilos of his personal best. And he powers that up well. Well, no, that's 3 red lights for depth. In the first round, he got a red from the center referee, whites from both the sides. Now, to my eyes, admittedly further away than the referees, his first and second lifts looked identical. But at the end of the second round, Kovacic leads the under 120s with 292.5. Nizio from Poland now leads the overs with 300 kilos. That looked good. That was Turkish lifter Akanel. And he got 3 white lights. Now Torben Stromsvik, Norway, 270 kilos. So here is Stromsvik. Got a PB with 265 in the second round. This is to push his PB up to 270. He is, remember, in the under 120s. And at the end of this round of squats, we go into the second flight, and it is the remaining 6 under 120s that will lift in this session. Looks good. Now Vladislav Zuk from Poland, 282.5. This will take him to within 2.5 kilos of his personal best. No, just couldn't get it started, and that is a no lift. Now Carlos Castillo San Segundo. No, 2-1, called in depth by both side referees. And we stay in the under 120s for Kovacic. Or rather, we move to the 120s. Castillo San Segundo was in the overs. And he's got 300 kilos on the bar, only 3 kilos short of his personal best, with the irregular number. It is either the current national record for Slovenia or it was a previous record. So this is to get really close to it, 300 kilos. That's lovely and deep. Oh, he brought that up really well. 3 wine lights. Now Gregor Sklars. He is taking 300 kilos in the over 120s, and this would be a new PB. He equaled his PB of 295 in the second round, and this will be to join the 300 squat club for the very first time. No. Good attempt took it down well, just couldn't start the upward drive. Now Daniel Paula from Switzerland, La Suisse, 305 kilos on the bar in the under 120s, while his PB is 286. So this will be an absolutely massive personal best if he can get this. Oh, he battles, but no. And once again, this fantastic platform crew is in at just the right time. Not a split second too early, not a split second too late. And Tadas Gesas, Lithuania, is next. The next 3 lifts will be in the 120 plus. And then we'll go to the back-to-back flight, which is the rest of the under 120B group. If you wonder why the 120s didn't all lift together because there's less than 14, well, there's only 5 in this group in the 120 plus, and we really need a minimum of 6 to have a flight without having to have extra minutes added to the clock before the lifters come out again. So that's the reason for the way it's been split, the way it has been. Well, he didn't get his second, he did get his first. And the referees say no. And he looks confused and disappointed. And next up we have Lukas Nizio from Poland. He's taking 310 kilos. Now, was that deep enough? Difficult to tell from this angle. It's good, 2-1. And finally, we have Popsa from Romania. Well, he came in with a PB of 270. He got 280 with his first. He joined the 300 club with his second, and now he's going up another 12.5 kilos. Oh, he brought it up well. And it's 3 white lights. Great lifting from the Romanian. And at the end of that flight, we'll show you the scores very, very quickly before we move on to the next flight. Just see that replay first of all. What an improvement. So in the under 120s, Kovacic leads with 300. In the over 120s, Popsa is the best with 312.5 kilos. Now this will fly by. There's only 6 lifters in this flight. Michael Leitner from Austria, 270 kilos. PB is 295, so this should hopefully be a comfortable opener for him. Indeed. 3 white lights and still on 270. We've got Francesco Pelizza from Italy. And his PB is 302.5. Remember, all these lifters that you see this morning can contend for medals, but we don't know if they will get any until the A groups lift in the final session of the championships late afternoon. So this is Pelizza. Lovely and deep. And again, the PB was 302.5, so you always had the feeling that was going to be an easy opener. Now, next up from Iceland, we've got Aaron Georgeson. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. .280 kilos. His PB is 300. And remember, all these lifters are in the under 120 class. Good lift, 2-1. Far side referee called it high, other two called it good. And next we've got Jens Peter Smalbro from Denmark. Another lifter we've seen many times. We're not used to seeing him in a B flight, which just goes to show the strength and depth we have at these championships. Oh, that's lovely and deep. Wow, did that come up easily? Well, that's what happens when you open on 285 and you get a PB of 315. All the pressure is off, and he can now go and build a total. Now, Friedrich von Hennig from Germany. Another lifter not used to being in a B flight. Such are the standards here this week. His squad PB is 310, opening on 285 kilos. Well, he's been told to re-rack, presumably because the knees were still soft, and he's going to be timed out if he's not careful. They're not putting their hand yet. No, with 3 seconds to go. But how much has that disrupted him? Well, not a lot, it would seem. No, well, I think it did disrupt him. He got a yellow and a red. And, well, it's not for the lifter to query that, it's for the coach. The lifter needs to get off the platform to make way for the next one, who is Victor Vasquez Carrillo. Weight in the bars, 305 kilos. His PB is 310, so he's taking a totally different approach to some of the other lifters. The Germany coach returns from the jury, not so much querying the decision as to why his lifter was asked to re-rack. So this is Vasquez Carrillo, 305 kilos. Well, that's a great lift. Only 5 kilos short of his PB. And at the end of that first round, we can see the replay first of all. We can see Vasquez Carrillo now leads the under 120s from Kovacic and Smalbro into the second round. And next up will be Pelizza from Italy, and he will be taking 280 kilos, a 10 kilo increase on his open. Very, very tall lifter. And that's a great lift again. 3 white lights. Now Friedrich von Hennig, if you remember, he was asked to re-rack. The referees weren't happy with his starting position, obviously. His coach went to the jury. Hopefully everything will have been explained and he will get the squat command much sooner this time round. Now I'm guessing his knees weren't locked because there was certainly no excessive leaning forward. We wait for the referees. And no, it's a no lift, 2-1. Well, one of them was a yellow. It was only one for depth. Let's see if we can see what the yellow was for. Nothing obvious there. I was looking for elbows touching thighs, feet moving before the rack command. But it's a no lift and he has one more chance to get a lift on the board. Meanwhile, Jens Petter Smalbro, Denmark, 300 kilos for a second attempt. 15 kilo jump and 15 kilos short of his personal best. And I'm just been told that the German's lift has been called good. Von Hennig. And that's a good lift from Smalbro, says the commentator before the lights come on. Thankfully they agree with him. And yeah, just to confirm, the German lifter Von Hennig, the jury overturned that. I couldn't see any reason for a yellow. Maybe the right elbow briefly glanced against the thigh, but it certainly wasn't supported and the rule was changed some years ago, so that is no longer illegal. Now, Georgeson from Iceland is taking the bar up from 280 to 300 kilos, and this will equal his personal best. That's better than the first one, if you ask me. And he got the first one 2-1. And this time, yes, 3 wide lights. Now Victor Vasquez Carrillo. This for a new personal best. Final lift of the second round. I told you this would fly by with only 6 lifters, and so it is. His PB is currently 310, so this would be a big 7.5 kilo improvement, with of course another lift to come as well. Oh, I thought he had lost balance for a moment, but that's a great lift. He likes it. Well, he got a blue from one of the referees. Not quite sure what that was for. Check the knees at the top. Check there was no downward movement on the bar. And there wasn't. Yeah, the right knee was a little bit soft. And it was the referee on that side that gave the red. And at the end of 2 rounds, Vasquez Carrillo leads the under 120s. And as you've seen earlier, Popsa leads the 120 plus. One more round of squats. And then we go to a 10-minute break, which will be followed by the bench press. No. And that was Pilica. And next we have Michael Leitner. Well, if you remember, he failed his lift 2-1 in the eyes of the referees, but the jury overturned it. So now he goes for 300, and if he gets it, this will be a personal best. Sorry, this is Leitner of Austria. The German is von Hennig. This is for 3 for 3. And as we say, a 5 kilo personal best. No, oh, I thought he had it. He just couldn't bring it up that last little bit. And it's a no lift. And now von Hennig. 300 kilos. He failed his first, if you remember. And as I mistakenly said of the last lifter, he lost the second one 2-1, but the jury overturned it. If you remember, there was a yellow that we couldn't immediately see any reason for. So this to go into second in the group, with lifters to follow, of course. Now, can he get a nice clean lift in? No dramas. Oh, he has really battled that up. And we wait for the referees. No, I was worried it wasn't deep enough. And sometimes you want to give the lifter the lift just for the sheer fortitude of bringing the bar back up. Unfortunately not. Now Aaron Georgeson, Iceland. "310 kilos. Boom, he says. This for a personal best for the 33-year-old Icelander. No, I was never sure of the depth on that one, but it became irrelevant. And 2 lifts to go. Next, Jens Peder Smalbro, 317.5 for a new personal best. Current PB 315. And this will equal Vasquez Carrillo on weight lifted, but the Spaniard is fractionally lighter, 220 grams lighter. So this for second in the group. Oh, that looks good. And 3 wide lights. And a new PB. Well done to him. And finally, Victor Vasquez Carrillo. And he's taking 325. He set his PB in the second round at 317.5. It was 310 coming in. This to take his personal best up to 325. And this is the target. All the 120s in the A group will need to aim at if they want a medal in bench. Did I say bench? Squat? Just thinking ahead to the next discipline. So the final squat of the session. It's been really good on the first 2. Can he make it 3 from 3 and another personal best? Oh, he brought that up. Fantastic. I thought he was losing it. And he gets it 2-1. And look at the celebrations. And just very quickly recapping the results in the morning squat session. After we see that again. Look, he nearly lost it to his right. He managed to control it and take it back up again. And he leads the under 120 group after squat from Smalbro and Kovacic. And in the 120 plus, it's Popsa from Nizio and Gaykas. The clock is ticking down towards 9 minutes. We'll take a short break. Join us then for the bench press. And welcome back to Skirnavise, where you join us for the morning session on the final day of the European Classic Powerlifting Championships 2022. We have the under and over 120 B groups split up into two flights, and the first flight is some of the under 120s and all the over 120s, and the B flight, the back-to-back flight rather, is the remaining under 120s, and it's split that way rather than under and over 120 because there are only 5 lifters in the 120 plus B class, and although you can go with less than 6 is generally the minimum number of lifters in a flight, less than 6, and we have to add another minute at the end of each round before the start of the next. So this is Akanal from Turkey, and he is opening, and he oh, great press, and 3 wide lights. Bar goes up to 170 kilos for the next lifter, Daniel Paula, Switzerland, still in the under 120s. A reminder, we have 5 lifters in the under 120s and another 5 lifters in the over 120s, all lifting together. And the back-to-back flight only has 6 lifters in it, so we've got quite an easy morning in terms of timings compared to some of the groups we've had earlier in the week. And this competition will end with the men's under and over 120s late afternoon local time. And this is Paula. And that's a really easy lift now. His PP is 182.5. Looks very much like he could go past that today. Now, Tadas Gesas next, Lithuania, 190 kilos, and he's lifting in the 120 plus. Well, the Polish speaker is going with Gekas rather than Gesas, so I'll go with the speaker, as Poland is a lot closer to Lithuania. He's re-racked that, and he's been told he didn't get the start command because his right arm was not properly locked. Now he does. Oh, that's hard work for an opener. No, he hasn't got it. And I have a feeling the butt came up as well. And that is a no lift for Gekas. Have a look at it again. No, the butt didn't come up, but he just couldn't lock it out. Now, Lukas Nizio, Poland, 190 kilos, also in the 120 plus. Great lift. Now Carlos Castillo San Segundo. Lifting in the 120 plus. 192 against the PB of 205. Oh, that's easy. And 3 wide lines. Now Torben Stromsvik, Norway. 195 kilos. Oh, great lift. Now Vladislav Zuk from Poland out next. 195 on the bar, his PB 200 kilos. Zuk is in the under 120s, but only just, remember, he's weighed in at 119.99. Looks strong. Yeah, I half expected a red from the centre referee. Didn't want to say it, but I wasn't sure the bar touched properly. But then if it didn't, why did the referee give the press command? But it's good, the other two. The red in bench press is effectively a touching violation. Either it doesn't touch the chest or it touches so low that it touches the belt. The lifter wasn't wearing a belt, so that doesn't become a factor. There used to be a rule where you could only touch so low, but that was replaced by not touching the belt, mainly to allow for the fact that a lot of the newly designed bench press shirts need a really low touch in order to get the proper plane. But this is the Polish lifter Slars. 225. That looked good. His PB is 236, which is or was a Polish record. Now Popsa. Well, the Romanians had a fantastic day on his squats. PBs in all 3 lifts, ending up with 312.5 kilos, and he's opening 7.5 kilos below his personal best in bench press at 225. He gets a blue from the near side referee. Just check the elbow if we can see it on the far side. No, it seems fine. A blue in bench press would normally signify downward movement of the bar or not fully locked out, i.e. soft elbows. Now we're into the third round, and it's Alikan Akanal from Turkey, 155 kilos on the bar. And good lift, 3 white lights. And hopefully he will hit or beat a PB with his third round lift. Now we have Kovacic from Slovenia taking 157.5 in the under 120s, as you can see in the top left hand corner of the graphic. Great bench. Three white lights. Now Daniel Pola from Switzerland, 180 kilos. We are still in the under 120s. This will take him to within 2.5 kilos of his personal best. Look good, very close grip as you can see. Fingers inside the rings and 3 white lights. Now, very important lift coming up next, because Tadas Gekas from Lithuania missed his opener, and it wasn't on a referee's decision. He just could not lock it out. So hopefully there was something technical that went wrong that he can put right this time. But again, quite a narrow grip, increasing the range of movement, of course. And we wish him well. Oh, it's hard to believe that that's the same bar weight as last time. And it's a good lift, 2-1. How can something so difficult in one round be made to look so easy less than 10 minutes later? Everyone is in the competition. And next up is Lukas Nezio from Poland in the over 120s, and he's taking 200 kilos, which will match his personal best. looks good. Now Torben Stromsvik, Norway, 202.5 kilos. And this will equal his personal best. Kom igen, says the speaker. That is the come on cry for all the Scandinavian countries. Well, was that a double movement on the chest? No. 3 white lights, great lift. Now Vladislav Zuk from Poland, 202.5. And this is a new personal best attempt. He sinks down, gets the start command. And that looks like a new PB right there for Zook. Yes, 3 white lights. And we have 3 more lifters in the second round, all from the 120 plus class. Next out is Castillo San Segundo. And he's gone to 202.5 kilos. Only 2.5 kilos below his personal best. If this moves really well, I think we can expect at least 207.5 on the bar for his third attempt. Great bench press. Three white lights. Now Gregor Sklars, Poland. 235 kilos. 1 kilo below his personal best, which is or was a national record. And I'm just wondering if he may possibly feature in the bench press medals, and the same of Popsa. Both taking 2-3-5 for their second round attempts. And if they jump another 10, you know, they're going to become contenders for bench press medals when the A group lifts in the evening. But first this. No. Just too much. Again, look how quickly the platform crew came in when it was obvious the lift was going nowhere. Straight in. Now Silviu Popsa, Romania. The same for Popsa. Well, this will be a PB first of all. Current PB 232.5. But if he can do this and then push the number on, he will have a chance of a bench press medal later today. Remember, the results of this group and the 120 plus A group that lift later will be combined into the one scoreboard. And if he can make 235, which is a PB, and then maybe go 240, he's going to be on the fringes of a medal. Oh, that's a great lift. No, he got a yellow and a blue. And, well, let's see what the yellow was for. If it was for butt, there's... Yeah, the butt came up. And at the end of the second round, Stromsvik leads in the under 120s with 202.5 ahead of Zook in body weight. And in the 120 plus, Popsa leads from Sklarz. And into the third round. A reminder that after this round we move immediately to the next flight of under 120. Only 6 in the flight. So Kovacic, this to equal his personal best in the under 120s. No, not today. And next up we have Alikan Akanal from Turkey, 165 on the bar. This will give him a 5 kilo personal best if successful. Oh, that's a good lift. Let's see what the referees say. Yes, it's a new PB for the Turkish lifter. And now Daniel Pola from Switzerland, 190 kilos on the bar. PB 182.5. So we thought he might go 185 for a new PB. He's jumped straight to 190, obviously feeling very confident. In the under 120s once again. Oh, it's a great lift. Should be good. And a new personal best for Pola. And next we have Tadas Gekas, Lithuania. Well, he gave us a fright in the first round. It absolutely flew up in the second. And now he's only gone up 2.5 kilos. And that's a little bit surprising, bearing in mind how the first one flew. He may not be coming out. I'm just looking at the entrance and I'm seeing the Polish lifter getting ready. That's Nizio, but I'm seeing no sign of the lifter from Lithuania. I did rather suspect that when I saw the number. What may have happened is he didn't get his next attempt in within the minute permitted, in which case if your previous lift has been successful, your next lift is automatically 2.5 kilos more, the minimum increment. And if that happened, and I stress if, he may have decided it's simply not worth the effort for the extra 2.5 kilos, and he will save himself. So that will be recorded on his scorecard as a no lift, and we move on with Lucas Nizio, and he is going for 205 kilos. Alternatively, Gekas simply didn't want to take his third round lift, and he did the other lifters the courtesy of not rushing them and giving them the rest between lifts that they expected to receive. So this is Nizio 205 for a 5 kilo personal best. Oh, that's a great bench press. 3 white lights, new PB for Nizio. Now Torben Stromsvik in the under 120 kilo class. Next two lifters will both be in the unders, both attempting 207.5. This for a 5 kilo personal best for Stromsvik. He equaled his PB in the second round. This is to take it 5 kilos further. That's a great looking lift. 2-1, he got a yellow. Just wondering if the butt came up. While the replay will tell us. Well, you can see why one gave it and one didn't. Let's put it like that. Now Vladislav Zuk from Poland, as we said, also 207.5. Also for a PB, this time a 7.5 kilo PB. No, not today. And there are 3 more lifts on this first flight, and then we'll move to the second flight. Remember, only 6 lifters in the second flight, all under 120 kilos, so it should move really quickly. Carlos Castillo San Segundo, Spain, 210 kilos for a 5 kilo personal best. That looked good. We got a blue from the near side referee. Can't have been downward movement unless, well, no. He sunk the bar into his chest as he came down, but I don't think he further sunk it on the way up, but I suspect that was for what the red light was for. Now Gregor Sklars, Poland, 235 75 kilos. Missed this last time. This is to get within 1 kilo of his personal best and for an outside chance of a bench press medal in the 120 plus class. No, it's just stalled, I'm afraid. And finally in the group, Silviu Popsa, Romania. Same thing, this is for an outside chance of a medal. It's also for a PB. He just couldn't lock it out the last time. Coach a video, watching on, giving last minute instructions. No, sorry, that's not a video, that's one of the other coaches. Better, much better. And that should be good. And it's 3 white lights, a new PB, and a possible chance of a medal later on. And very quickly we'll see the replay. Faster off the chest, took more momentum into the sticking point, locked it out really well. And a quick summary, Stromsvik leads in the under 120s, and with that final lift it's Popsa in the 120 plus. And here we go with the second flight. And first out is Jens Peter Smalbro, 170 kilos. Looks really good in 3 wide lights. Friedrich von Hennig, Germany, 170 kilos on the bar for him as well. A reminder, all these lifters are minus 120. Oh, that's a great lift. Now, Aron Jordsson from Iceland, 180 kilos. PB is 200. So hopefully this will be a nice conservative opener. Good lift. Well, he got a blue from the near side referee. And again, I think that's for sinking into the chest. But the sinking is happening before the press command rather than after it. As long as there's not like a double movement on the chest after the press command, which I'm not seeing, but I think that's the reason for it. But the referee is up closer. He gets a better view than we do, and there may be a marginal downward movement after the press command that we're not seeing. Again, the sink into the chest, but no downward movement. That was Leitner. And 3 white lights. Well, Leitner was there so quickly we almost missed him. And now it's Pilizza from Italy, 190 kilos on the bar, 15 kilos below his personal best, as you can see, 205 kilos. Another one that just made it in, 119.75. Got in with a quarter of a kilo to spare. It's a great opener. Three white lights. One more in the first round. I told you this would fly by. And it's Victor Vasquez Carrillo. 205 kilos. Oh, fantastic. Well, that was only 2.5 kilos below his personal best. And that is the end of the round. And we're into the second round. And Stromsvik leads from Vasquez Carrillo, and Zook from the first group in third place on body weight. So this is Smallbro, 177.5, 5 kilos below his personal best. That's great. 3 white lights. Now Friedrich von Hennig, 177.5 for him as well. 7.5 kilo jump still leaves him 10 kilos short of his personal best. That looks good as well. And 3 white lights. Aaron Georgeson, Iceland, 192.5. PB is 200. Looks good. Now Michael Leitner from Austria, 195 kilos. 2.5 kilos below his personal best. Looks good. 3 white lights. Now Pelitza, 200 kilos to get within 5 kilos of his personal best. Francesco Pelizza, Italia, 200 kilos. It's going, it's going. Oh, that looks good. Fought that every inch of the way. And it's a good lift, 3 white lights. One more lift in the second round, and it's Vasquez Carrillo, 210 kilos for a 5 kilo personal best. And I forgot my Spanish pronunciation when I called him out. Vasquez Carrillo, 210. Well, his opener of 202.5 kilos absolutely flew up. Oh, it's a great lift again. And I guess the only choice they've got to make for the third round is, do we risk something big, or are we reasonably conservative? Quick look at the scores before we go into the third round, and we can see that I'll just focus on the 120s. That's all that's lifting just now. Vasquez Carrillo leads from Strömsvik and Zook, and this is Von Hennig coming out with 180 kilos to get the third round underway. As you can see, he's already on the bench. All pretty closely matched. No one's running away from anyone else, and that looks good. And 3 white lights, and the bar goes up to 185 kilos for Jens Peder Smalbro, Denmark, and this will be a new personal best by 2.5 kilos. And that's a great lift. 3 white lights. Now Michael Leitner from Austria, 200 kilos. That's in the bar for the next 2 lifters. And then it'll only go up to 202.5. So all very close. Reminder, at the end of this round of bench press, we'll go to a 10-minute break and then come back for deadlift. That looks good. And if it is, it's a good new PB, and yes it is, 2-1. Again, we're getting the blue from the near side referee. I think it's for sinking, but I'm not seeing any downward movement after the press command. It may be something else, maybe the elbows, but I'm just giving my best guess. Now, Aaron Georgeson, Iceland, 200 kilos. This to equal his personal best. And I'm not sure that Georgian's coming out, because I'm seeing Palitza, the entranceway, but no sign of Georgian. So I think he's not going to take his lift, but out of courtesy, he's going to let the clock run down. And as you can see, the minute is nearly up. And when it gets to 0, the speaker will ask the referees to show lights. They will all hit red. It will be recorded on the score sheet as a no lift. And now we move on with the next lifter, and it's Francesco Pellizza from Italy, and he will be taking 202.5 kilos. Scoreboard hasn't quite caught up. That's better. His PB is 205, so this will be just below his personal best. Only one lifter to follow, and that will be Vázquez Carrillo, and he has taken the conservative route. He's just gone up 2.5 kilos. No, just not moving. And one more lift, and it will be Victor Vázquez Carrillo, 212.5 kilos for another PB. He PB'd with a second at 210. It was quite comfortable. We wondered whether he would be conservative or take a risky third to try and push the PB up even higher. He's taken the conservative approach, the minimum increase of 2.5 kilos, but this is for another personal best. Oh, that's good, and I think that was the right call. He was just beginning to have to really work, and the referees say no. 2 yellows, presumably the butt came up. Let's have a look at that. Yeah. Well, I say yes, there was daylight, but did the whole of the butt come up? I'm not sure it did. And as the session comes to an end, the Spanish coach approaches the jury, and we can see that whether he gets his lift or not, he leads the under 120s that have lifted this morning with 210 kilos, and I'm not sure if we'll get a chance to look at totals. And in the 120s, Vázquez Carrillo leads with 527.5, 22 kilos, 22.5. Sorry, the next best, 25 kilos behind, is Smallbro, and third, Georgeson, 492.5. Well, we'll go to a short break. Join us again in 9 minutes' time for the deadlifts. And welcome back to Skiernavice for the final part of the morning session. We have the B groups for the under and over 120s. That's the simplest way to describe it. And they're lifting in 2 back-to-back flights. We've already done the squat and the bench press. We're about to start the deadlift as the clock ticks down to 0. And the first lifter out will be Alikan Akanal from Turkey, and he is opening on 255 kilos, just 5 kilos below his personal best. In the first flight, we have 5 under 120 lifters and 5 over 120 lifters, and another 6 under 120s in the second flight. So it's actually going past really quickly this morning. We started at 9, it's just after 11 o'clock. The next session starts at 12 noon. Of course, we're aided by the fact there's no victory ceremony after this. That was a nice, easy opener for Akanel. Now, Daniel Pola, Switzerland, 260 kilos on the bar. Opening well below his personal best. Everyone is still in the competition. No one has been eliminated. Good lift. Now Silviu Popsau, Romania, 270 kilos on the bar. PB 272.5. Well, he smashed his PB in squat earlier. He's opening only 2.5 kilos below his PB in deadlift, and that looks good. Smashed his PB in bench as well. He got 235 at the third attempt after missing it in the second round. Now Vladislav Zuk, Poland, 275 kilos on the bar. As you can see from your screen, the PB is 285. Looks good. And 3 white lights. Now we've had some very long flights this week, not least last night, but what an incredible, fantastic finale we had. But short flights this morning, and we are really flying through this. Kovacic from Slovenia is next, 280 kilos on the bar, well below his personal best. Hopefully this is safe. That looks good. And 3 white lights. Next up we've got Sklarz from Poland, Gregor Sklarz. 280 kilos on the bar. His deadlift PB is 300. This should again be a safe opener. It looks good. And 3 wide lines. Łukasz Nizio, Poland, 290 kilos. Looks good. Wait for the referees. Yes. 3 wide lights. And next up we've got Torben Strømsvik from Norway. He's taking 300 kilos. Wearing the high belt that we see occasionally, but not as often as we saw 3 or 4 years ago. Supports a different part of the back, and that looked really strong. 3 wide lights. And next we've got Carlos Castillo San Segundo. And he's taking 310 kilos, 15 kilos below his personal best. It's a nice easy opener. And 3 wide lights. One more in the first round. And it's Tadas Gekas from Lithuania. And he will be opening on 320 kilos. Masters 1 lifter. 45 years old. Been competing for 15 years. And his PB is 342.5. And the hall is beginning to fill up as people grab their seats for the final 2 sessions of a great 10 days of powerlifting. Looks good from Gekas. And at the end of the first round, Strømsvik is leading in the under 120 section, and Gekas with that final lift is leading in the 120 plus. Into the second round, and it's Alikan Akanal for Turkey, 267.5 kilos on the bar for a 7.5 kilo personal best. Oh, that's a good, strong deadlift. 2-1. Got a blue from the center referee. Not sure what that was for, but it's good. 2-1. Now Daniel Paula, Switzerland, 275 kilos. Jumped 15 kilos, still 15 kilos below his personal best, but he may be planning two 15-kilo jumps to equal it in the third round. Quite a wide grip. And that looks good. And 3 wide lights. And next up is Silvio Popsa. $285. Looks good. 3 wide lights. And what I should have said but didn't say, at the end of the first round, every lifter has a green light against their name, which means every lifter makes a total. Now we've got Vladislav Zuk from Poland, 290 kilos. Lifting in the under 120s. PB of 285, so this for a new personal best. That looks good as well. Now Tadej Kovacic. And Kovacic is 10 kilos, well actually 9.5 kilos below his personal best. His PB is 307, which is or was a national record in Slovenia. And that looks really good as well. And a good lift. 3 wide lights. Now Gregor Sklarz from Poland, 300 kilos to equal his personal best in the 120 plus. You'd guess 120 plus from the way he fills the screen. All 147.63 kilos. Oh, that looks good. 3 white lights. Now 3:10 Vernizio, also from Poland, and this will equal his personal best, Łukasz Nizio. And that's a good pull as well. Fought that up well. 3 white lights. And next we've got Torben Strømsvik, Norway, 315 kilos. This for a 15 kilo jump, and it's within 2.5 kilos of his personal best. And again, that's a great lift. We're seeing some real quality deadlifting here in this session this morning. And we've got Carlos Castillo San Segundo, 330 kilos on the bar. Oh, it's a great lift as well. And that's 3 white lights, and that's a new personal best for San Segundo. And 1 to go in the second round, and it's Gekas, Lithuania. This is a really big lift, 340 kilos, and he's still not at his PB. And I'm just wondering if he can get this and go 10 kilos more. Would he be in with a chance of a deadlift medal come the A group this evening? And the Lithuanians will have looked at the nominations. They will have worked out what they think their lifter needs to get into the medals. And that looks good. 3 white lights. Now, let's see what they put in the bar for the third lift. Unusual head position at the top. They normally look at the referee, but you don't have to. And Strømsvik leads the under 120s. And Gekas leads by 10 from Castillo San Segundo in the overs and into the third round. And first out is Alican Akinol. And he is going 277.5 for another personal best. He's had a really good day. His PB was 650 coming in. If he gets this, he hits 700 for the first time, so it's a big lift for him. That looks really good. Expect a celebration. 700's a big milestone. He gets it 2-1, and there is the celebration. Well done to him. And now Daniel Pola from Switzerland, 292.5. This will be a PB as well by 2.5 kilos. And I can tell you Gekas has gone to 347.5 for his third. And will he get it? And if he does, will it be good enough for a deadlift medal this evening? So Pola for a 2.5 kilo personal best, 292.5. And this is also for a PB total, that's why it's such a big jump. This will give him 772.5. It's PB 757.5 coming in. He's working it, no, not quite. Vladislav Zuk is next on the bar, 300 kilos. Well, we've had all green in the first 2 rounds, and in the third round we've had 2 lifters, and they've both got red lights against their name. Such is the nature of third round deadlifting, and it's risk and reward. And this is Zook for a 15 kilo PB. Well, actually 10 because he beat it in the second round. But for 15 kilos more than he came in with for his first ever 300 kilo deadlift. And that looks good, and if it is, he's in the 300 club. Yes, he is, 2-1. Referee on the far side said not locked out properly. Other 2 said it was good. Watch it again. Maybe the hips could have come through more, but I would have said that was good. Now Silviu Popsa, Romania. He's going 300 as well. His PB was 272.5. So can he join the 300 deadlift club as well? 2 new members in successive lifts if he can. Come on, Silvio. Fantastic. Well, his PB was 772.5 coming in. It's now 847.5. An unbelievable improvement in his total and his first 300 kilo deadlift. Now Tajej Kovacic, 312.5 kilos for a 5 kilo personal best. In the under 120s again. For a 5 kilo personal best. And the Slovenians in the audience, and there's actually a good crowd of them, all shouting and cheering for their man. He likes it. Referees like it. 3 white lights. Now Gregor Sklars, he's taking 315 for a 15 kilo personal best. He equaled his PB in the second round with 300. This for 315 for the giant Pole. It's going, it's going. No, I don't think so. Oh, it was a good lift, my apologies. I wasn't sure it had been locked out, as was one of the referees. My apologies to the lifter. Looked better from that angle. But the jury is going to overturn the lift. I hope the jury wasn't listening to the commentary and I'm to blame. But no, that lift was, it just didn't look locked out. Now Strømsvik from Norway, 325 in the under 120s, and this is a big PB, and indeed Sklar's third round number has turned red. It is a no lift. This for a 7.5 kilo personal best for Strømsvik. This will put him over 800 total for the first time in his lifting career. It'll be a 20 kilo PB. It'll be 802.5 total if he can make it. Of course, a deadlift PB as well. So expect a big celebration if this lift is good. And it looks good to me, and he smiles and he punches his fist. And he goes over 800 total for the first time in his life. Now Łukasz Nizio from Poland, 330 kilos on the bar. The final three lifters in the third round, all from the 120 plus group. And the last two of them are going to pull perhaps with an outside chance of a medal this evening. But first of all, it's Nizio, 330 kilos, a really good deadlift. Representing Poland. It's a 20 kilo deadlift PB. It would also be a 20 kilo total PB. Can he do it? Not today. Well, he equals his PB total, he equals his deadlift total. And there are two lifts to go. And although this is the B group, both these lifts may be in contention for medals when the A group lifts later. And this is a European Masters 1 record attempt for Tadas Gekas, Lithuania. 347.5 kilos. And he's not even the last out. And this is still the B group. So, for a European Masters 1 record, it's actually a standard that nobody has achieved that yet. This is to be the first record holder. Oh, wait for the referees. No, 2-1. They say it wasn't locked out. I didn't think the left knee was quite there. It was close. Just watch it again. No, the knees unbent. The hips didn't come through quite enough. And there is one more lift in this flight. And it is Carlos Castillo San Segundo. And he has got 350 on the bar for a 25 kilo PB and a possible medal in the 120 plus deadlift. .25 kilo personal best. Oh, what a fantastic deadlift. Wait for the referees. It's 2 white lights and a superb final deadlift. And will that get a medal this evening? Well, 350 will be close. And just a very quick summary at the end of that. Strömsvik leads the under 120s. Castillo San Segundo leads the overs, and it is into the final flight of the morning. Only 6 lifters. This will fly past. First up, Aron Georgeson, Iceland, 275 kilos. Great lift. Now Michael Leitner from Austria, 300 kilos on the bar. As you can see from your screen, deadlift PB, 335. Looks good. And 3 wide lines. Jens Petter Smallbro, Denmark, 315 kilos. Now he's a big deadlifter. PB 345. And he may be thinking, you know what, there's a chance of a deadlift medal here. Let's try and post a really big number. But first of all, get one on the board. Take it from there. And And the referees say yes, 3 wide lines, good lift. Same weight on the bar for Pelizza from Italy, helps things move even faster. That looks good as well. 3 wide lines. Now Victor Vázquez Carrillo, 320 kilos. Now this will equal his personal best of 320 kilos. That looked really easy. And it's 2-1. Red from the referee nearest to us. And next up is Friedrich von Hennig from Germany. 325 kilos. His PB is 350. He's another who may have aspirations to get a deadlift medal later on today. If he's got a deadlift of 350 and he can PB today, he's got to have a chance. Oh, that's a nice easy deadlift opener. No, it wasn't. 2 of the referees said it wasn't locked out. Look at that again. Well, German coach is going to the jury table. I'm not quite sure what was wrong with that, but 2 of them saw something. And in the meantime, we're into the second round. And the first out will be Aaron Georgeson, Iceland, 287.5 kilos. The German coach indicates that the shoulders weren't far enough back. That was his message from the jury. Two to one. That was for the same reason, I think. Watch the shoulders, they could have gone back further. Not much. Now Michael Leitner, Austria, 320 kilos. PB of 335. And no lift for Iceland. Georgeson overruled by the jury. I did think that if they were going to be consistent about the shoulders, then they would have to no lift that as well, and that indeed was the case. Now Michael Leitner, 320 kilos, and the rest of them will have got the message, get these shoulders back, and indeed he did. 3 white lights. Now Smallbro, PB 345, he's only going to 327.5 for his second. I say only, it's a 12.5 kilo jump. But realistically, these lifters are not going to get on the overall podium. So you think their best chance of a medal would be in the deadlift, and that they should take big risks. Better to risk and know you've tried than to not risk and come away with nothing anyway. That's good. Now he's going to have to gamble in the third round. 3 white lights. Friedrich von Hennig. Well, he missed his opener, as you remember. Shoulders not back far enough. Needs to put that right this time. He's put the weight up 5 kilos. Well, see what the referees say this time. And no, same thing. They want the shoulders back further. And his shoulders slump as he sees the referee's lights. And the coach just stands, arms folded, watches the jury to see if there's any reaction that they might overturn it. And there is none, so he walks off disconsolately. And Francesco Pellizza from Italy comes out next, 330 kilos on the bar. 3 kilos short of his personal best, which is or was a national record. No, not moving. And finally in the second round, Victor Vasquez Carrillo, 337.5 kilos. Now he's got a PB of 320, which he equaled in the first round. This to take it up by 17.5 kilos. It looks really good. Three white lights. He punches his fist. He's not celebrating quite yet. His game head is still on. One more round to go. And Georgeson is out again. Just to confirm, Vasquez Carrillo leads 337.5, 10 kilos ahead of Smallbro, with Stromsvik 2.5 kilos further back. Now remember, Georgeson got his 2-to-1 good lift in the second round overturned by the jury. Shoulders not far enough back, and he knows what he has to do to get 3 white lights. This is for a PB. His PB 287.5, on the bar 290. Nope. Well, he put it up 2.5 kilos from the second to try and get the PB, but not to be. Now Michael Leitner, Austria, 325 kilos. He's still 10 kilos below his PB. He isn't taking a chance today. The last two are. The pace is slowing down slightly because in IPF rules the bar has to be cleaned between each attempt in third round deadlifts. Oh, it's fantastic. Three white lights. Three more lifts to go. After Von Hennig. Now this is an important lift. He needs this to make a total. He's battled hard all day, but he's had his first two deadlifts turned down for not being locked. And the reason is the shoulders have not gone back far enough. He knows what he has to do. He has one more chance. To make a total. Oh, that's better. Will the referees like that? Yes, they will. 3 white lights, but there is no celebration whatsoever as the German leaves the platform. Relieved, but frustrated. And now Francesco Pelizza, Italy, 330 kilos. He missed this last time, couldn't get it moving off the floor at all. He's been slightly higher before, but every day can't be your best day. So this for 330. No, same outcome. It just doesn't want to move for him today. Two lifts to go. Jens Petter Smalbro, Denmark, 340. Now, he has an outside chance of a deadlift medal with this. It's only an outside chance because if Vázquez Carrillo gets his, Smalbro won't even top the B group. But there is a chance. And to have that chance, he must make this lift, but his PB is 345. I think my gut reaction would be have a go at 350, and if you don't make it, so what? Yeah, that 340 was easy. There was more there. Perhaps he should have risked a little more, but perhaps that was easier than they expected. And there is one more lift in this morning session. And it is Victor Vasquez Carrillo. And I think there will have to be a slight delay before the second session. It was due to start at 12 noon. It's just coming up to 12 o'clock now. And by the time we change over officials, the final lift of the morning session, the final lift of the under 120B group for a chance of deadlift medal later today with a huge PB attempt. He came in with a PB of 320. This is 345 for a chance of a medal. Well, no, it was so close. So close, and he's felt it in his hands on an international platform, and that will fall in the future. A quick summary of the results after we see that. It was nearly there, not quite. So Smalbro with 340 leads the 120s from Vasquez Carrillo, and in the 120 plus Castillo San Segundo leads with 350 kilos. And there you can see the totals as well. Realistically, these totals are not going to contend, but best in the group, Vasquez Carrillo with 865, and in the 120 plus, the best total 847.5 for Popsa from Romania, who had a huge increase in his total PB, something like 775 to 847.5. And that's the end of the first session. We'll take a very short break. I've had no indication yet of when the second group will start, but it will be imminent. It's not going to be exactly 12 o'clock, but don't go far away. We will be starting the women's over and under 84 kilo classes very shortly.